What's going on, traders? Yeah, I just want to get on here and share the trading day with you. It's about 10:30 New York sessions time. Waiting for kind of a pullback to go long. It's kind of bullish morning so far, but it's Monday and it's kind of overbought at the moment. So you look at the 5-minute chart here, well above the Bollinger bands, and if I had RSI going, it'd probably be 80 or something. It's just too much for me to want to get into at the moment. But I'm gonna wait for this thing to pull back and then get in on a long here probably. I have a couple things going. I don't have the Ninja Trader going at the moment because I got way too much other shit going with the automation, with the algorithms and everything. But I do have Darwinex going. Looks like that's got a sell-in at the moment with an algo triggering now. I don't really feel like fading this move necessarily. I also got this Top Step account. This is an eval. I kind of like the way the web Top Step. I like to trade with my phone with this. But I use the same kind of setup every time with like the Bollinger bands, and the white is a 20 period moving average, the red is a 50 period, the yellow is a 200, and the green's VWAP. You can see it's way above VWAP. Yeah, Monday morning it's kind of hard to know exactly what the hell's even gonna shake loose here. If we get on the larger time scale here on the my phone is just blowing up today. We get in and mark these charts. I haven't done shit. I woke up kind of late. Let's just delete everything here. Kind of get a start from scratch. Yeah, so let's see. We had this new high there, new low there. There, make that guy a little different. So that's the weekly. It looks like this zone right here, I'm gonna do another one. We've already crossed that guy. So for longs, once this thing has a little retracement back, I mean it's 1040. Normally get another push before the lunchtime lull here. From there to there, what is that? That's 1,700 ticks. So I mean, there's a lot of room up to go before breaching this. I think that's the previous all-time high. But you can see broke that candle high already. But before anything happens, you gotta test this high, which from where we're at to that, it's about 230 ticks, and it will probably crash up there and then back down, you would think. So let's see here. If we did a fib, we're already crossed that 74. 74 might be a good spot to buy if it goes back that low. 21,835. 21,835 would be right in here. Make that guy just a different color just so we're not getting confused. I don't know if I like it white. Maybe like a yellow. No, yellow's, we've already been doing yellow. With green, yeah, that make it easier to kind of give us a visual here on the chart. A lot of times when it's super bullish, it'll ride this Bollinger Band. Might actually wait for it to hit this this 20 period moving average on the 5 minute. Get this guy going. Apex wants you to have these brackets ready and all out, which is fine. Has been kind of consolidating price-wise. So it's not really a trending market any, like it had been. It had been like trending down. I'm trying to get better at not catching falling knives and waiting for at least a couple candles of confirmation. But like a quick pullback here to the moving average, since it's already broke the Bollinger Band. Pretty much waiting for it to cross that line. Using 150 tick stop, so I have some wiggle room, but lately, once it starts to get bearish, it really starts to go. But we'll be patient today. It's easier for me to be patient on a live stream. I'm gonna go heavier than normal, on an eval on this top step. trying to like fight the urges to like try to get bottom ticks and top ticks. It's starting to turn around. And we'll see if that is a winner chicken dinner. Oh, I should have got 2 contracts. On the PA, I'm only going max 2 during New York. At 150, that'd be a $150 loss on a 50K account, which is, you know, very tolerable. And plus, it gives a much bigger stop loss. On the other hand, on the eval here, only gives about 80 ticks on a 5 micro contract. One of the things I like about using Top Step is you can put your risk already defined, and then you can put the number of contracts and it will self-adjust, which is nice, especially if you're starting to get a little tilty and you're just like starting to push buttons too much. See, on the 1 minute, it's sitting on the 50 period moving average. See, a lot of times there's a nice little pullback zone or place to buy on during a pullback. Not financial advice, you know, not always does that, but when you have a morning like this where it's just been super bullish, I also like this tilt function. It shows you what percent of traders are winning versus losing. You got NQ down here, 67% short. Seems to be what the crowd is doing. I like to kind of use that as a counter indication and trade against it sometimes. It lags. Yeah, if you were up here and down here, it's accurate, but on this one I have the RSI 45, kind of sitting at a, you know, it was at, you know, 70s, and now we're at kind of a cooling, but you can see it starting to curl back up. I think it's gonna go off to the races here. If we get this take profit and be done for the day. Trying to just hit these trade milestones and just be done, versus trying to be in the market too much. Jump in the chat, see what's going on with you guys. Nobody's in here. Whenever you're in here, though, I appreciate it. Let's jump back to and get on the crazy in the 15-second chart. Oh, it's 15-minute or it's 15-second. And sometimes this can tell you a whole lot. Sometimes not. A lot of action, though. We got the 200 period moving average it's sitting at now, which 200 times 15 seconds is I don't know what. The problem with the 15-second chart is, like, sometimes you'd be watching it and you think you got something going on, and then it just, you get these big freaking candles. About to, looks like, lose this trade. Here's where if I would have been a little bit more patient, should have got in. I'm actually going to double down on top step here. Just with smaller size. I should stop doing the bigger size. Even 3 is a bit much, but it's not really a huge ordeal. I got $200 profit from just trading the earlier Sunday open, actually. The thing with Top Step is they don't calculate the profits till end of day, and so they do have it like a trailing drawdown, but it starts after the trading day closes. Yeah, 4 minutes left till the top of the hour. If I get knocked out of this trade, I'm probably going to double down, actually. It's just like a classic bullish New York session pullback, timing and everything. Plus we have those pretty obvious targets, bullish targets that it seems like a lot of people would be hoping to hit. A lot of times people just sitting here waiting for this thing to catch a bottom, and then once it finally, has that I don't know, candlestick confirmation or whatever it is, and then next thing you know, or the time, the candle just closed at 11, then it shoots up like crazy fast. Like that. You got a red, or you got a green kind of hammer on a 5 minute. A lot of times that's pretty bullish, and you can see it's shooting up pretty quick now. During the tariffs, and everything was in a free fall collapse. It's like a lot of times when you're trading in Q, I mean it's a bull market, but a lot of times people have a hard time adjusting. It's like when it's the tariffs and everything was just free falling. A lot of times you have like a week or two where you're still, thinking you're going to catch a pullback or catch a bottom and buying the dip or whatever. But then, now it's switched to kind of a bullish market where it's like pretty much regained all of its losses from that time period. And then you still have people that are overly like bearish. Then it's just psychology, but so with this, you can see my risk is $200 to make 500, and that's the same risk reward whether I have 5 contracts or 3. The only difference is it'll automatically set it to 133 to I think 500 or 333 right next to that that high water mark we were shooting for. You see on the 15-second we're about to kind of break these milestones. 20 period, 50 period, now it's touching the 200 period. Get out of that maze. You can see this back to a more classic looking, imbalance to a moving average to a continuation move. But we did buy too early. We should have stuck to our entry plan, which would have worked out perfectly. But it's hard to sometimes be patient and just when it gets close. I get that too with take profits. It's just like, say the take profit is 300, it could be sitting at like 280, and it's like that last little push. It's like, oh, should I close it? Should I not close it? It's You never really know what it's going to do. But it's like you should let the trade play out, because you don't got a problem letting it hit stop loss. What Darwinex is doing. I think this is the attempt to go higher. We haven't had a super bullish day in a long time, it seems like, with Nasdaq. Hopefully today is that day. Last week it was consolidating. The past couple weeks it's been consolidating. Really choppy and bullshit trading. Play some music, I guess. Thought I had music geared up and ready to go. From the looks of the 5 minute, it looks like it's getting ready to skyrocket. Everything seems to be on track here, guys. So we just play the waiting game. I'm gonna get another cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Alright, looks like things are still marching forward here. Got 20 seconds left. Let's see if anybody's in chat. Nope. I'm just added to my position here on the eval. The only reason is just I think it's getting ready to I mean, it's like an A+ setup in my opinion, so I was tempted to add to the PA on Apex, but I'm kind of resisting the urge to go heavier on that guy. It's 11:11. A little bit of selling pressure now at the top of the Bollinger Band. That might be indicative of some algorithmic pressure. Kind of the way I trade is with like a triadic view of the marketplace, where you have like gamblers, which will push the prices to imbalance, and then you have algorithms that will kind of bring some of the logic to the market, mean revert back to average, etc. And you can kind of deduce who has more power by the way it moves. You know, if it's respecting moving averages and Bollinger Bands and different levels, almost like logically, like there's the super algo, you know, operating. You can almost deduce that there's a little bit more, maybe institution buying at the moment, or less gamblers than normal. And then you have the strategy people that can see both sides. So it's like price moves by whichever one's the strategy, wherever two are dominant. $114 ticks to the top of this range. I'm not liking how weak this is acting now. sell 3 of them. I don't like how weak this guy was acting. Not liking that. It could still bounce off this moving average. That's almost looking like a reverse head and shoulders. We'll stay in it just because. It's not unnormal for some sideways ranging, but like I said, I don't like how weak that is. Let's go into micro view. Oops. Micro view looks like a super bearish for whatever reason. But shit like that, that's why it's important not to go too heavy. And stick to your position size plan, because it could look like an A+ and still be a fucking gotcha. And that's, for me, an easy way to start feeling a little tilt. Where it's just like, it looks like a A+ that you've seen over and over again. And kind of out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, it just drops 100 ticks. Let's get back to the 5 minutes, see where we're at. I'm going to double down again. Oops, a little heavier than I expected there, but oh well. I'm just gonna go heavier again. Go for a 200 take profit instead of a 300. And like the reasoning for this is because we basically dropped down to a 50 period test and didn't hit it. And if this hits stop loss, I'll be done for this eval. Do a buy on Darwin X2. I don't know if this is a wise move or not. And we're at the 50 period. But it's been, like I said, choppy and indecision central for fucking Nasdaq. It's been irritating. Yeah, bounce off VWAP then. On the 1 minute. 15-second tells us. Second looks a little choppy, so looks like it could be turning around, hopefully. Man, this price action on NQ has been so fucking boring lately. It was just boring, but just fucking annoying. I hate indecision and consolidation. Part of the reason I kind of double down is a little bit of emotional, but also the 50 period is normally a pretty good spot for it to reverse if it is going to, and I'm going to flatten it if it starts to get too squirrely. But it's been probably the past 3 days where it could have a bullish 500 tick move, then have a bearish 600 point move followed by another bullish. It's just been so fucking retarded the way it's been credit card moving. Makes you just want to lock in profits and then just get these base hits, but I keep trying to swing for the fences. Let's see what it does at 11:30 here. Been getting these, like, I don't know, mediocre candles and then huge engulfing candles out of nowhere. You know, it's like I don't know what that means or what's going on, but it's been very frustrating. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to do that, but I feel like I got robbed on that. Looks like we got a gold position that's been triggered by the algorithm. What is all this shit popping up on my screen? Triggered by the algorithm. Hopefully that works out. Looks like Bitcoin is doing pretty good today, up 108. Big engulfing candle though on the on Nasdaq. Should never feel too comfortable shorting Nasdaq. The tariffs have made it pretty comfortable to want to short it, but I think can turn around fast. Let's see if anybody's in chat. Nope. To adjust myself here. You can see this microstructure on even the 15 seconds. There's like a logic to the way the price is moving, but you can kind of learn a lot from just watching price. The 15 second can be a little bit, if you're leveraged a lot, it can almost drive you crazy because it oscillates so often. And it could feel, almost feels like a big move, and you look, it's only moved like 3 ticks, but $11.30. Hopefully this trade goes well here and we can be done for the day. We get a big lunchtime push here, and then It's kind of weird, you know, the way the financial market just flows. Like an ocean almost, just cyclically. I was like trying to explain it to my mom. Yes, it's almost like it's an egregore. Actually, I would say it is an egregore or a pendulum. If you're into like transurfing or, you know, any of that kind of metaphysical stuff. It's like the only thing that wins is the egregore. But it's like no one's really in control of the egregore. I'm going to remove that so we can kind of see the 5 minute a little easier. The tilt is showing 56 long, 44 short. Average longs price 21,829. Right in there. So let's see, what did it do on the 15? It hit the 200 period moving average, bounced down to the 50 period. Now we're testing the 200 again. If we go even bigger view, what's that look like? Broken above the 20 period. After basically a bounce off the 200 period and the VWAP. I kind of like to study the way the price interacts with these levels to make algorithms and kind of get an understanding of, like, you know, if you look at the market as always moving in a perfect way, you know, your position could be off or whatever, but like, why did it perfectly move in this kind of pattern? You know, why did it do that? Is there logic to it? Is it illogical? Does it make sense from a higher time frame narrative? You know, what the fuck is going on? Is that, you know, how many orders would it take to move price that much? And there's like, why is the psychology, is this like a map of the psychology of the participants, you know, on what level? Like, why is there now a, you know, just trying to understand the why of the almost like a big science experiment. See, it hit a 50-period moving average, and now we got this kind of a bearish engulfing. But what's that look like on the 15-second? Well, it looks like it touched the 200 period. Now we're oscillating down to the 50 period. Which is now acting as support. But, you know, it's almost noon. And a lot of times you get this sell-off before noon, but not every time. You know, it's like, I was talking to my mom about this. It's like, the market's not really random. It's just like every day it's unique. Let me get out of this fucking thing. I'm gonna actually switch position. I think this is gonna sell off. This thing is just so fucking weak. And that looks like a bull trap. I'm not gonna sit here keep fighting the flow here. And keep hoping for the bulls to come in, but they're just so fucking weak with this guy. With it being almost lunchtime, I just feel like it's just gonna just keep going down. It got rejected at the 50 or the 20 period on the 5-minute. once this thing starts dropping. I'm gonna get smaller position. I'm getting too reckless on this eval. Trying to make it all back in one go. Another weak attempt to go higher there. It's always the way God rewards you when you go to the appropriate size, and then it goes to the correct take profit and everything, but you go oversize and then you get punished. If you just would have held on to those other two contracts. Mm, 15 minutes looking like a bull trap. I would assume it'd go down to where we at right there. 130 ticks. Then you have that typical consolidate, 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 bullish engulfing. For no reason. Here we go. What a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little tilty. I need to get it. I need to stop trading here. I'm not really trading well. Down. Yeah, that's okay. My main bad account is that eval. So let's go fucking crazy on it. Sometimes when you're in the hole, you should just keep on digging, I guess. We'll try one big trade here on the eval. On that 5 minute, it looks like it had a higher low. That's part of the reason I'm trading like an idiot, but I just feel like it's getting ready to bounce up. Maybe, who knows? The price action's been pretty lame here for a while. And I'm starting to get a little bit frustrated and annoyed in revenge trading. Looks like that gold trade's still in play. Yeah, this is horseshit. I'm done. Done. Done with the eval. I hate fucking lame ass price action like this. It's almost just like people don't want like the terror or the Trump economy to work. It's like fighting against a bunch of people that just want things to fail. It's like, why would you not just want this shit to go higher? This doesn't make any fucking sense. It's been going up. Now it's like, oh, it's almost there again. So let's be pessimistic and negative and like I said, these are just stories that you tell yourself as you're trading and in a drawdown. I got places to be at 1 o'clock, so I don't got time for this thing to dawdle around all fucking day. I'm getting ready to get the noon candlestick change here. We got 2 green candles there. Oops, sold 2. I just think this thing's gonna take off again. The way it's acting is so fucking stupid. I haven't had a winning trade really all day. I think this is going to be it, though. I'm going to double down even bigger. Don't try this at home. Kind of chickened out there. I'll add it back. I'm gonna stop chickening out. Oh my gosh, this price action is so fucking lame. Normally really lame price action is followed by a move in the other direction. So we were going down. Now it's been consolidating for however long. Yeah, trading is very unfulfilling and unrewarding, really. Like I said, I used to love it, but it's so fucking annoying. I'm done for the day. This is dumb. One more. Just try to get something going here. This is so fucking lame. Again, bouncing off the fucking moving average. And get one good trade in. Holy shit! Did we actually get a trade worth a damn here? Hopefully this is a big fall off a cliff and get a profit and be done. This has been a dumbass experience. So not my attitude today is just not the greatest either. Hopefully this thing drops really fast. That's my hope here, instead of consolidating even longer. Looks like this is a move that will catch, hopefully. These have been 48 long earned points, or ticks. Oh, but then you have the random engulfing candle. What a fucking bullshit. I'm gonna try it the other way. And don't try this at home. This is me just being frustrated. It's like the market's giving me blue balls. Is this the move that we've been waiting for hours for, hopefully? It feels like today's a holiday the way this is moving. Alright folks, I'm done with this bullshit for today. Thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing, all the social networking things, and until tomorrow, God bless.